my friend. Good to see you again. Happy New Year 2017. Thank you. Support Christians Ministry, Biblical Precept, and Gospel Music Ministry. How to bring the healing to those who people are hurting. So often ask each other and pray for one another. What can bring the healing to our nations? All the wound, all the hurts, in Revelation chapter 22, verse 2, indicated the leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. The leaves of the tree of life are for the healing of the nations. In the Bible, leaves are the symbol of a man's deeds, according to the Genesis chapter 3, verse 7. The leaves of the tree of life symbolize the deeds of Christ. The regenerated believe eat the fruit of the tree of life, receiving Christ as their inward life and the life supply, that they may enjoy the divine life for eternity. Whereas the restored nations are healed by the leaves of the tree of life. Restored nations are healed by the leaves of the tree of life, taking the deeds of Christ as their outward guide and regulation, that they may live the human life forever. Leaves of the tree of life symbolize that Christ's deeds, the deeds of Christ, taking the deeds of Christ as their outward guide and regulation, that they may live the human life forever. The tree of life was closed to man because of his failing, according to the Genesis chapter 3, verse 22 to 24. The man fell, so the tree of life was closed. Adam and Eve disobedient to God. The tree of life was closed to man, Adam, because of his fall. But it was open to the believers through the redemption of Christ. According to the Hebrew chapter 10, verse 19 to 20. Today, the enjoyment of Christ as the tree of life is the believer's common portion, as John chapter 6, 35 and 57 indicated. In the millennial kingdom, the enjoyment of Christ as the tree of life will be a dispensational reward to the overcoming believers, according to Revelation chapter 2, verse 7. Eventually, in the New Jerusalem and the New Earth for eternity, the enjoyment of Christ as the tree of life will be the eternal portion as the water of life, where the Spirit flows. There, the life supply of Christ is found. This is all in and with the divine nature as our holy way, signified by the street. This is the supply of the holy city, and this is the way. The city is supplied. Very important to know. They will no longer curse, and the throne of God and of the Lamb will be in it, and his slave will serve him. In the Revelation chapter 22, verse 3, the curse came in through Adam's fall. In the Genesis 3, verse 17, indicated the Adam's fall. It resulted the curse, and was dealt with by Christ's redemption, according to the Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. That's it. Since in the new heaven and the new earth, the fall will be no more. There will be no longer be a curse. The throne of God and of the Lamb is one of the blessings that God's redeemed will enjoy in eternity. They will no longer suffer any curse. The throne of God and of the Lamb will be their eternal portion. So my friend, it is very important the Bible in the book of Revelation. May the Lord continue to unveil His vision and help us to discover how important to understand Christ's redemption. We are regenerated and redeemed. If you follow Jesus Christ, you are redeemed, regenerated, transformed. Take a comfort in the Word of God. There will be no curse in the New Jerusalem. Will be no curse in the new heaven and the new earth. And we needed to take on the deeds of Christ as our regulation and the guide, enabled us to live on the earth, fulfill His calling. My friend, you may suffer a lot of sickness, or you may hurt by someone. How to heal this wound? Take a comfort in the book of Revelation chapter 22 verse 2. The leaves of the tree of life bring the healing to the nations.